This is an HVAC company that has a goal of $1.2 million, right? So we have to have our goals. That's the mountaintop. That's where we want to get. And the software and the trainings are the tools that get us there. But this is your map to see where you are. So you'll put your numbers into this software, and the software actually gets smarter and smarter and starts giving you suggestions on how to close that gap. So you can see here, this is this company's goal of 1.2 million. Right now, at the time of this recording, we're at the end of the year. So you can see this software will show you where you should be according to your goal and where you actually are based on the numbers that you put in. So you can see where you're at. Do I need to hurry up and start closing more jobs? Am I on pace? Am I off pace? It's a really powerful visual. And it sort of gamifies it. It makes it fun. It kind of takes away the dread of everything and the intimidation of everything because it shows you exactly where you are. All right, let's take a look at a couple other things that are in here. Now, this is your marketing piece. And this is what I love because there's so many different marketing avenues that we have to do. And it becomes overwhelming. We have our Facebook posting in different Facebook groups. We have our yard signs. We have our door hangers. We have our postcards, all of that. But we don't want to just give us more jobs to do. We need to have it easy and in our face. And this is why I love this software, because we can set a weekly marketing mix based on how many leads we know we can get. Now, this is an example marketing mix for 1 week. And once they're done, let's toggle these things off here. Let's say you know you want to post on 2 Facebook pages this week. So you get in your office early in the morning, you post, and then all of a sudden you have a bunch of service calls. So you have to run out and handle them. Let's say you're a smaller company or you're a big company and you have to deal with a lot of things. No big deal. You go ahead and toggle what you did. Maybe you went out and you hung 18 door hangers. That's part of your thing just this week. You toggle them. When you come back to the office, it's easy here. You see what else you have to do for the week. And what you'll do every week is you'll put in how many leads each marketing thing brought in. So if you posted on a Facebook page or you hung 18 door hangers and that brought in 2 people, then you're going to put how much money that brought in. And every time you add these updates, the system is going to get smarter and smarter. It uses AI. So it's going to start to learn how to tell you based on where you're at your goal and where you need to be. Hey, this is your gap. So you need to go hang this many door hangers. You need to post this many times based on real data. So it's going to start teaching you and showing you what you need to do. I love it. Okay. And this is where you would put the tracking. So let's go in here and see some other things. Now, also, networking is a big thing. And sometimes we meet people on job sites. We meet people at Chamber of Commerce meetings or B&I meetings, and we get their cards and we forget to follow up with them. Well, in this case, you would put these people in the software and you would set how often you want to follow up. So each one of these people, for example, I would say, I want to send them a text message once a month. Guess what? The software is going to remind you, hey, you haven't reached out to Mr. Arthur. And you can just shoot them a quick text message and go. That way you're keeping your networking consistent, right? I love it. Let's look at some other things here. So inside of the software, we also have our money levers. I showed you that a second ago. And we have our money mission library. Now, these money missions are challenges that we do inside of our community where we'll go in and we'll do a challenge on an email blast. And we'll teach you how to do a certain email and text message blast. And you'll go ahead and do it. And these 10 challenges help you and teach you how to bring money into the company when you need it. So when things get really slow and scary, you no longer have that, oh my gosh, I need leads, what am I going to do? And you're hiring some marketing company and wasting your money because they're not doing anything. You can say, hey, boom, I'm going to do my email cash campaign, or I'm going to do my Facebook group campaign, or my decoy offers campaign. And it's something I do in my company. I do a rainmaker campaign. And those weeks when it's really slow, around Monday, and I notice, hey, no one's going to call, the weather is paradise, boom, I'll do my rainmaker campaign. It'll bring in 10 or 15 leads. And then the next week, the weather behaves and I don't have to do it. So it kind of gives you more power and teaches you how to bring the customers in yourself without having to kind of rely on marketers. All right, it's amazing. Now, there are some other things here. I showed you the data there that shows you everything. Now, let me show you something really powerful. This is what's called a FRAP calculator. Now, FRAP means frequency, referrals, average ticket, and price. All of these are things we can control. We can't control the weather, but sometimes we're a slave to the weather when we don't understand business because, like I said, I didn't have the rich uncle or the rich dad to teach me while I was coming up as a kid. So I didn't really know how to make it rain or make business come in. I always just said, oh, the weather's bad. I can't wait till it gets hot. I can't wait till it gets cold. But what happens is these big businesses or these CEOs that come in and buy businesses, they'll turn a business around in a second, regardless of the weather, because they understand these four things. Now take a look at this. This is an example of a company that's $400,000 away from their goal. How do you fix that? Take a look at what happens if we just increase our prices by 10%. And this calculator will show you. And like I said, the software will get smarter and smarter as you put your data in and tell you exactly what you need to do. Now, an average ticket is built in here already. Pricing is built in. So let's see what happens to our gap if we just increase our prices by 10%. We just made $60,000 based on the amount of jobs that we do. If we just increase our prices, that's something we can control. What if we increase our prices by 10%, but we also increase our average ticket because we learned how to make more offers, right? This is another thing we teach in our community, how to make more offers and how to sell those offers and how to present those offers. What if we increase our average ticket by 10%? Now we're up again. What if we raise our average ticket by 15% because we learn more sales processes and we can convert more service calls into change outs, right? Look at our gap was 400,000 is now 240,000. You see how we can close that gap? What if we learn how to create a referral campaign and we increase our referrals by just 5%? That cut $40,000 off of there. And if we learn how to really utilize our email newsletter and our texting campaigns, and we can get our customers to buy from us multiple times, and we increase our frequency by just 10%, look at how far we've closed that gap. And this is only in the fourth quarter here. So you see how much power we can gain. And these are the things that we have inside of our community. So I hope that you get value from this. And this is really powerful. I've coached for years. I've coached companies in the several millions, all the way down to companies that are $200,000 to $300,000 in revenue. And I've grown my company over 20 years to where it runs today if I'm there or if I'm not there. By controlling what can be controlled and by empowering the employees to be great. And that happens when we remove the trash from out of our head. So we have the pricing course in there. We have the sales course in there. We have the mindset course. We have an AI course. We have a social media marketing course, which is very powerful. All of these are ready to go. Once you're inside, you can watch them at any point. You can watch them when you're hanging out. You can watch them while you're driving. You can listen. And you also, as a premium member of our community, get access to this software. I hope you learned something from this. I'll see you on the inside.